Hey Boots, I really enjoyed your video about the things you have to do to keep yourself happy and healthy, even though obviously that's way harder than it may seem. So following in the same vein, I am also going to make a list of 8 things that I need to do to make sure I am not constantly hangry. You know this. This is me. So thing number 1 for me, definitely exercise. There have been a lot of things that have been different this year, and one of which is the fact that I have a at least semi-regular exercise routine and schedule, and it has been so good. It's been really, really helpful, and I can feel if it's been a few days and I haven't worked out, I can feel the difference. So as horrible as going to the gym is, and as kind of stressful you might feel initially to take the time out to go and do the thing, it's just so much better to do that, is what I found. I never thought I was going to be one of those people who does exercise, yet here I am. Here I am. My second thing is something I am much worse at: eating decently and not too much. I don't think of myself as a stress eater. I know you have the complete opposite problem. When you have too much going on, you forget to eat. That's never the case for me, ever. I eat very regularly, and then when I stress out, I just eat too much. And I think what really does it is I eat bad stuff. Too much bad stuff. So this past week I've started to gear up to be more stressed because these next couple weeks I have tons of projects and it's gonna be literally the worst. And I've just eaten so much sugar, so many desserts, and they all taste so good. I love all of them, but they do not make my life happy in the long run, and they don't make my body feel particularly good. Because like I said, it's not just that I'm eating things that aren't great for me, it's that I'm eating far too much of things that are not great for me. And I need to stop. My third thing is, coincidentally enough, making lists. Making a list is great for me because I will have the 1.5 million things I feel that I have to do swimming in my head, and I start to stress out if I'll forget some of them, or like which to do first and which is going to be most important. It's so, I hate it. It overwhelms me very quickly. It's so helpful to just have it laid out in front of me. The fourth thing that really helps me is being able to talk to my friends about how much things suck. I think I need to have that one friend, that one person I can just go to and just like flop down on their bed and be like, and just wail to for a couple minutes, and then not necessarily have them give me a pep talk, but have them offer me some perspective. My friends definitely help ground me and keep me sane. The next thing would probably be Tumblr. Since starting my thesis and having One Direction become slightly more work-oriented, I've definitely rekindled my love for Harry Potter. I never really considered myself part of the Harry Potter fandom community before, and I'm still definitely much more on the outskirts of that than I am in the One Direction fandom, but I definitely look at a lot more Harry Potter related fanfics and GIFs and posts and stuff like that now than I did before. And I think it's because when the One Direction stuff becomes too much or reminds me of all the work that I'm not doing, I have this other little escape. The sixth thing is that it's really helpful for me to have a creative outlet. I like to have a project that I can just kind of throw stuff at. My thesis is actually a great source of this for me this year. My advisors are kind of hands-off, so I don't have like strict deadlines or anything. And obviously it's a topic that I really, really enjoy and think a lot about anyways. It's great to just be able to sit down and just write stuff out, to have it go. And that provides me with a lot of mental release, I guess. Number 7 is crazy important for me, which is having good music to listen to. I need music that either reflects the mood that I'm in or propels me into the mood that I want to be in. If I can't find the right music to listen to while I'm working or studying or trying to motivate myself, then I can't get anything done. Number 8 is probably the hardest one to do correctly, but it's still very, very useful and something that I don't do nearly enough. But that is thinking of things in a very long-term context to really put things in perspective. The difficulty of doing that is you have to walk the very fine line of not having a mini existential crisis with that sort of thing. For instance, I was trying to study really hard for this art history final that I had, and I really enjoyed the class. I felt that I learned a lot, but just learning the names and the dates was just so tedious, and I was so bad at it, and I was getting very frustrated, and I was like, you know what? In the long term, this final grade is not really going to matter. So should I even care? That was not the most helpful way to look at that situation, as you might imagine. And depending on the amount of stress you're under, it can be super easy to go from, all right, let's take a step back and look at things amongst the bigger picture, to, well, we're all gonna die anyways, so really what's the point of me doing anything, because life is pointless and there is no afterlife and we're all just dust in the wind. So don't do that. But being able to kind of zoom out a little bit, at least to say, next semester, how am I going to feel about this? Or in a few months from now, looking back, will it be worth to have stressed out this much? It's just so easy to turn a molehill into a mountain. You gotta try as much as you can to take a step back, zoom out a little bit, make sure that you're stressing out about the right things, that it's not all in your head, that you have your priorities, and then from there, just absolutely knock it out of the park. As hard as it is in the short term, long-term mental health is always more important. It's so easy to get lost in your brain when your brain has so much going on, but that's not all what life is, you know? Things will only get better from here. Also, fun side note, this is not my room. I am in Beebs' room right now. He was kind enough to lend it to me because I did not plan this video very well. Next week will be more timely and better thought out, unless I drown under all the projects that I have to do.